So I'm in, if I remember well, I'm going to wait a little bit. Let's see. Sorry, I have to wear my glasses. I hope it will work. Anyway, in a few moments I'm going to start. And I'm going also to use my wait. Just wait a little bit. I'm going to. The lights are there. And I'm going to put this here with this. Okay. I have to check something. are doing it. My God. Ese coração gosta da vida. Anyway. What should I do? Maybe this will work. Sorry for the people who are on YouTube. I need to set up also the other webcam. Will it work? Yes, I think it works. The connection is not really good, I think. Not sure. So. Hello. So I'm going to try to because I'm testing right now. I am sorry for that. I have bought a new webcam that is supposed to help me stream in HD. So right now I'm supposed to be there. I don't know if anyone can just write me something on the chat to tell me that it's working. You see my name at the top. It's Manzhee, Manzhee. And you can find me on YouTube. Maybe you will have to use L, okay, period, and you will see my name. So today I wanted to talk about my two last video that I have put on my YouTube channel, which is in my playlist for the Manzhee Show. There's an English version, and I have also a French version, so it's a bilingual what can I say? A bilingual audience, yeah, that I can have on my chat right now, on my live. So I've tried. But I wasn't able to be there last week, neither the first week, because I had an old webcam and it didn't work. So anyway, I tried, but it didn't work. But today I have my set of light with me, and the first video that I was going to talk on my first show was anorexia. It's an eating disorder. You can it's a mental health. First of all, it's a mental health. You have to start an eating disorder. Okay. Then other doors are open. You can be a bulimic person. You can be an anorexic person. You can only binge. Starve yourself. Not doing things correctly for your health. So it is a very short video. I think the first one was 8 minutes. So if you have the time to look at it, okay, it will be a good idea, because we're going to talk about it pretty soon when I'm going to see there's a couple of people that has arrived, and I'm very glad to see you. So by the way, I'm back on my TikTok. So I think I've been absent for almost a year and a half. This is the minimum. I had a very rough time, and I needed to recentrate myself. Yes, okay, to focus on myself, because it was very rough. It's still a little bit rough, but it's like more okay now. So I want to be more active on my TikTok profile. Just look at the picture at the top. Probably you will have a direct link to my YouTube channel or my TikTok profile or my Instagram. I don't know. So anyway, we were talking about anorexia. Why did I choose that as a first subject? It's because I was and I'm still having problem with food. So when you have problem with food, it means that you have a certain eating disorder. Okay, first of all, my tendency is to deprive myself because I don't have a good relationship with food. But um, when I was younger, okay, uh, it was very different in my head. I saw myself very, very big because the model in my house were very, very thin. And I wanted to, because when I use I'm going to try just in case it works, but I'm not sure. Here, you're going to be okay. I'm going to talk about my YouTube channel. Maybe it will stop. I hope not, because I wanted to share the picture of my sister. I'm going to try something. Don't worry. Because I wanted to share something. I'm going to close it anyway. So, hello, water, hello, Tori, Torn. I don't see well. Sorry. So, Amber, Sean. So, I started to have problems because my mother decided that my nickname would be Biggie if I translate that in English, because okay, big girl, no, but I was thin because my mother didn't have a lot of fat in her body because her physiognomy was not the same as mine. I was more like on my father's side, but I was normal. I was at normal rate, but my references at home was my sister, who is the real twin of my mother, except my sister is taller, so she looks even thinner. But they have problem with um, their diets are, they don't eat well. They develop something else. But for myself, uh, and it was not in the book or at school, it was just that my parents didn't want me to gain weight. Every time that I gained a little bit of weight, they subscribed me to a sport class or something. So I was very, very occupied. But if uh, I had a few pounds, okay, really a few pounds, my father will tell me, do something with that. Okay, I don't like big people, so you better do something. So I started to vomit after each meal. I deprived myself from a lot of food because I didn't want to gain weight. I did extreme exercises. Uh, I did something really, but really, really stupid. And but it was a trick that I have heard, and it was because a person was trying to do the same thing as me, but he had to lose at least 200 pounds. But I wanted to compare myself with him, and I wanted to have his tricks. And he was a friend of my father's boyfriend. So I asked him, okay, what do you do? He said, running. Running is a good thing, but if you run, you must have a plastic bag taped to yourself. Then you put a couple of sweater, and then you run. You sweat. Okay, you sweat, but too much. So it was extreme. I didn't want to disappoint my father first, um, and my mother, because I didn't understand why they call me, hey, big girl, or biggie. Okay, in French is la grosse. So it was my nickname. I realized at a young age that appearance was very important, even though it was not true. But okay, I did some diets uh, around my college year and in university when I was in my program. I broke up with my longtime boyfriend that I will not name, and it was a relationship of, officially it was 6 years, but okay, we dated before, so but it was different anyway. So for many reasons, I had to broke with him, and I was now more clubbing and didn't want to have a serious relationship because I had been in a relationship that was not very healthy. Yeah, very controlling. Anyway, so I didn't want to get myself into a relationship. I wanted to um, do something that I will talk about in a future lively. Um, and I was uh, doing very strict diet. Okay, it was called the Ollywood Diet. I have the book here, but anyway, uh, I don't, I, I don't have it in my hand or near here to show it to you. But it's a diet that consists of fruits, some nuts, and vegetable. But the main ingredient that they want you to swallow and eat is pineapple. Pineapple is really great for burning the fat, but it was like a pineapple all dress. Okay, you could cook them, you could eat them raw, you can put it in some salad, uh, but you had to eat a lot of pineapple slice, and it's very hard on the tongue. Let me tell you that. And after a few days, you will have headaches. Oh yeah, you will have headaches because your body is telling you that no, 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 don't do that, don't do that to me. I don't want it. So you will get a lot of headache, and sometimes you will feel very, very low. And when you're low, you're more negative. And when you're negative, you're developing certain fears. Uh, you don't want people to notice that you have lost a lot of weight. So you're going to wear baggy clothing because you don't want people to see how you're shaping. Uh, I think it's the philosophy of well, Billie Eilish. Okay, she's doing the same thing. She's hiding under clothing. There's someone, but she doesn't feel comfortable to share it with the world. So, and you're doing this. You hide from your friend because you don't want to tell them that you have a problem. So if they are doing birthdays or they are going to supper uh, at the same restaurant on a specific date because it's a ritual, for example, they will miss those events. So they will withdraw themselves from social event because if there's food, they don't want to eat. So and they don't want anybody else to know that they have a problem, like I said before. And if they notice that you don't eat, they will come to you and they will convince you to do something else. Okay, and you don't want that. It's an image that you don't want to see. So when you're doing that to your body for a few years, you're damaging your health permanently. Okay. For people who are throwing themselves, okay, they throw too much, so all the vocal cords are irritated because because of the bill that you have inside your body that destroy the food. Okay, you're trying to expel things, but you have nothing in your body So you will see in the toilet a yellowish substance. Okay, that means it's bill and it burns, okay, your teeth. You will get more cavities. Uh, they will uh, they will be destroyed. Okay, they will be destroyed because you are doing this too much. Um, and when you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to exercise, but when you're exercising, it's too much. So you do a lot of setup, you do a lot of punch, you're doing push up, the squat, uh, you're doing, but too much. You develop your muscle are very strong, but one day it will be the opposite because you will need to nourish your body, and it's going to be like an urge. Okay, it's binging, so you are going to eat a lot. You have no control over that. Okay, and after you have all eaten that food that you have decided to ingest, you are going to feel guilty. Okay, you won't like that because you will think, okay, all the things that I have deprived myself for, okay, so many months, okay, I'm going to gain weight like this because I know that I'm going to gain weight. So I will go to weight myself and see the number on my scale. And if my scale have moved, okay, a little bit too far from me, well, this is the starting point where I decided that I had to be on a diet or to exercise even more. But it's not good for the body to exercise every day. You need to let him rest, okay, and help him restore every every cells in your body. But if you don't give energy, so food, it won't work. So you have to think like a car. Okay? Your body is a car. If you want to go to see your friend, you need gas. If there's no gas, there's no ride. So you need to put the gas into it. So you put food, so you will be able to be there, because when you're too weak, probably you won't have the energy to have long conversation with people. You won't be able to stay up for a long period of time. You will be tired. You will be yawning because this is too much for you. And years later, you will have also stomach problem because you have room a lot of intern organ while you are depriving yourself or throwing up with force. In, it's not the way the body works. You have to fill him with some gas, healthy gas, ecologic gas. But you need to be aware that starving or, uh, doing diet, before the age of 21. If you have really health problem, okay, and you need to lose some weight, this is the only time that you have to go on a specific diet. Example, if you are diabetes, okay, you will have to watch your diet. If you have other, okay, illness, maybe they will put you on a different diet, but it's for the best, okay, for your recovery. So you will have your tooth damage, you will have your vocal cords get irritated a lot of time, um, and the larynx is also damaged. All of this because you wanted to look thin. Okay. And even if my friend told me, oh, Nancy, you don't have to lose weight, you just have to just be careful with what you do. For example, if a friend told me, okay, maybe you should, okay, it was over. Okay, I couldn't stand a friend telling me that I was fat, but okay, I'm telling you, there was no one because I was not fat. Okay, I'm not fat. And when you start having those kind of problems, like I said, you withdraw yourself, so you will feel very alone, negative, and even depressed because your mental is full of nonsense, okay, imagery and voices, okay, that is telling you, okay, you should not eat that mess because you're going to get fat, like your father said. Okay, don't forget, if you eat this, you're going to have a big ass. So you have those voices in your head. When you look in the mirror, you see a very different image. You see yourself big. Okay. You're so happy because you see the collarbone. Okay, here, and you're, oh my God, I can see a collarbone. I'm going to continue. I see result. It's maybe a sign that you're a little bit thin. And you can have a lot of hard moments, and because you're hiding it from your friend, your family too, so you will isolate yourself in your room, and there's a lot of things that could happen in a room when a person is very negative. Suicide thoughts could occur because the person is not thinking well. This person needs help. And if you didn't notice as a friend, okay, as a close friend, or even a person that you have just noticed in your school, in the cafeteria, that you see, oh my God, she's so thin. Try to have a backup story, okay? Just, okay, ask yourself, okay, is this person healed for the moment? Uh, or is somebody near you know the story of this person? If not, you can intervene. And even if you're a stranger, if a person was um, would give me that kind of advice. Example, come to my locker room and say, "Hey, Manzhee, I won't say anything, but I think that you have a problem. You're too thin. I'm not judging you. I'm just giving you advice. I think that you're a beautiful person, and you should know that because right now we don't see you anymore. So please talk to someone that you can trust, and there will be a helping hand just for you. Even if it's a stranger. Imagine the shock if it's a stranger that is telling you that it has a lot of impact. I'm telling you. Then, more you deprive yourself, more you're going to develop other mental health problem that could be associated with that because you're very weak. Sometimes you will get fears. Like I said at the beginning, I'm going to explain that. So fears can lead to anxiety problem and panic attack. So you will have uh, very physical panic attacks that will drive you crazy. I'm telling you, you don't want to experiment that. Not a good thing. And you will develop because you will analyze everything that people are saying. And if you catch someone saying something about weight or diet or role model that they see on magazine, some of them are going to react very loudly, saying, "Oh, this girl is so beautiful and she's like this. Okay, I would like to be like her." Okay, why? Because I think she's beautiful. Okay, am I beautiful to you? Oh yeah, you're beautiful, but okay, this person, she's a model, so she must, okay, be beautiful. No, 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 no. Model agencies are asking their models to have a certain weight, a certain height, and you must deal with your nutrition because if you gain weight, you will lose contract. But if you're just a salesman or a saleswoman, because by the way, it can happen to girls and boys. Oh, yeah. Boys want to have the six pack, they want to have biceps, they want to have big time, they want to be fireman. They want to have the perfect body and they are going to use supplements or they are going to use badly steroids. Okay. And if you have watched 13 Reasons Why, okay, I think it was season 2 or 3. Anyway, okay, they talk about athletes and where it can lead when you're using that drug and you put it into your body, okay, at a young age. So it's not equal right now. Okay, we cannot say 50% girls, 50% boys, but we have a lot of graphics that show. I'll just type, okay, anorexia percentage, or graphic. Okay, you will see there's more than you know around you that have that problem and you didn't notice. And it's not your fault and it's not your job. But if you notice, please don't, okay, don't pretend that it's okay. If this person is really your friend, your BFF, you should act. And the first person that you have to announce this news is the parents. Why? Because they are the ones who have the insurance to pay for a treatment for your BFF. Okay. If you want your friend to have a nice recovery, it won't be easy. Okay, I'm telling you, it won't be easy. But okay, at least the parent will know they live under the same roof, and don't forget it's their child. Okay, it's their blood. So probably you yourself, if you imagine yourself in a couple of years, or if you're already having children, imagine if your child is living in that kind of mental illusion, okay, that is to be thin, to fit in a certain molds, to look alike certain models that is not really a representation of their uh, real size. They can be Photoshop. Okay, if you have to consider also, okay, your bone, okay, has an impact also on the scales. Okay, and the height is very important too. But it's very easy to type, okay, my healthy weight, and you will have a graph, okay, with the height and your weight, and it will show if you're in the right zone. But give this uh, exercise to your personal doctor, okay, your family doctor. She is, or he is, the right one to get informed, because they are professional, are really good at their job too. So if you want to help your friend, helpers seeking for help, to get a little bit notice about her issues by showing, I don't know, some video on YouTube. Okay, type anorexia, show my little video, my educational video, because it's a subject that you should have at minimum middle school or high school. I think it's important to know that girls, okay, I'm talking about the girl side, okay, image is so important, and we always comparing ourselves with somebody else who is thinner than us. That's life. Certain human are have that kind of body shape, Okay, and it's okay. If you have health problem because of your weight, this is something that you should talk about with a nutritionist. Okay. This person is very, very specified in that field. So give her some card. Okay. Go to centers that welcome people with eating disorder problems. Left it in her locker. Leave her a note behind if you want to tell her that you didn't give her in front of everyone, that it's still a secret. You have put the card inside in the locker or in her purse. You have a lot of options. Okay, to tell your friend how you feel about her or him destroying themselves, because it's a distraction. You're not giving enough fuel to your body to survive. So your heart will fail earlier than it was supposed to be. We all have heard stories of, I think it was a hockey guy. I don't know if it was a professional or in a major league, but I remember that he was drinking too much Red Bull. He died. When you're using something or doing something too much, too excessively, you're going to have big consequences. If it's not part of, example, if you are an athlete, you're going to have a specific schedule, but they are professional, okay, who are doing those kind of schedules, so they know what they're doing, and they have, okay, a lot of help for their athletes. So that was my first video on my playlist for the Manzhee Show. So let me just drink a little bit of coffee. It's live. I don't stop until I've done my 2 subjects. So we're almost at the end of the first one, which is anorexia. I repeat myself. It's just in case that you have missed a few minutes of my live session. So I told you what you can do to identify the problem, and what is anorexia in itself. Okay, you have to consider that it can be dangerous for a person, so you must act. And like I said, if you are not a BFF, tell the BFF. If you don't have the guts to see the person, tell a friend that will tell this friend that you have noticed that this person maybe have an eating disorder because you have experience or you have heard about it, because you have read an article and you would like her to read that article, because you're worried. Okay. So let's talk about my second subject, which is dating. Okay. And I'm going to talk about teen romance because adult romance, yeah, we're not going to talk about that tonight. It's teen romance. So when you're very young, uh, you fell in love with a lot of things, and you fell also in love with a lot of humans. And then you start school and you notice that there's a lot of people in the school more than in your street. So you can have a lot of connection with a lot of people, and you develop um, certain passion at that age too. And maybe you will need to connect with that kind of people. So this is why maybe you will change your circle of friends because your interests have changed. And for a lot of you in your high school, you're going to find love, your first love. So dating will be the first step. Um, the first advice that I'm going to tell you right now is if you are ready to date people, uh, make sure that you follow certain rules. Okay, if you want to have visual support of what I'm saying, just go to my YouTube channel, which is Manzhee Manzheel. So Manzhee on my YouTube. If you have my TikTok profile, you just have to click one of the button. It linked directly to my YouTube channel. So the playlist that I created for my educational videos is the Manzhee Show, and I have the opportunity to talk in English, and my first language is French. So tonight it will be only an English live. I'm going to do a French session a little bit later. But it's going to be in two versions, French and English. But it's the same theme. So this week I was very busy with my new webcam, trying to fix things and understand a little bit. So read a lot of information on how to stream. And okay, I couldn't make my video for the third week because I wanted to do this live session, okay, to do a summary of my two first video and explain you why I wasn't there the first two one, because I wasn't able to do it because I didn't know how it works. Okay, yes, with my phone it was easy, but with my webcam, and I'll probably in my next session I'm going to put my cam in a different angle, and you can see at the back of it, it's all neon. It's a neon light that is written Manzhee Show. Or I will be here sitting in front of my camera here and talk to you like this. So isn't it wonderful? Every Friday or almost. Okay, I will try to be there on Fridays. But I will post my video, my educational video on my YouTube the day before I'm doing my live. So if you have the chance, go to your YouTube, type my name, Manzhee, Manzhee, space L, period. So, yes. So I post the day before the live session. So the second subject we were talking about, it was just a pop-up, okay, to remind you that you can go to my YouTube channel to subscribe also. I'm not forcing you, but I would like to be more active, and that my work that I'm doing is worth something. But I need to have 1,000 subscribers before I could ask for affiliate to subscribe myself to the affiliate program. So I need some of my TikTok fan to click on my YouTube page. It will be wonderful. Minimum 1,000. I have 38,000 people that are already here, and I love you so much. You have no idea. And I'm very happy for the wait that you have. While I was away, you were still there. And I knew that you were there. So thank you very much. I'm back on the track. I'm back on my feet again. And for those of you who knows me from Musically or TikTok, okay, I have new videos, so click and go see my TikToks also. And dating, yes, dating. So when you're in high school, you will develop probably, okay, special feelings for a special person. Okay, I say person, but because you can have an attraction to the same sex, okay, the opposite sex, maybe you're a trans, maybe you're bisexual, so you may be attracted to both. You can be a drag queen and be all of the things that I said, okay, bi, to the same sex, to the opposite sex. So it's when you're developing certain emotion for a specific person that you will discover that maybe this is what it's called love. And you don't know why. When he or she arrives, the person arrives in your environment, in your class, in your bus, in your at the shopping center. If you meet him in the streets, for example, you will get nervous. You will be all blush and you won't know why. You won't have certain control of your physical body experience, meaning that your heart will be beating more and more faster. Maybe you will sweat. Maybe you won't be able to talk because you will be stunned and you will say, So you will jam in front of this person and you will ask yourself a lot of questions. Yes, you will ask yourself a lot of questions, but it's for nothing. Maybe, okay, you will have a crush on someone that is really the opposite of yourself, uh, physically, mentally, maybe the age difference is really important for you. So you will have certain values when you're going to start dating. Example, if uh, you want to date a person, how can I say that? Wait, I'm going to think about that. If, um, example, you're attracted to a skinhead person and you're a popular girl in the school, but you don't know why you have an attraction for the punk guy. This is an example, okay? So you have a crush on the punk guy, so it's probably the percentage is very high that if you bring that person to your parents' house, maybe they won't allow you to do so, or they will be in shock and will yell at you, or will tell you to come to a private room and talk to you about this person that for them is the complete opposite of you. But yeah, you have to follow your heart, but be intelligent at the same time. Yeah, I think it's really important, okay, that you keep your head straight. Yes, you will have butterflies when you're going to have your first date. Okay, there will be a lot of changes also. So ask a friend. Okay, ask your friend to come to your house and help you with that task. Okay, because you can ask yourself a lot of questions of example, really like me to be in uh, a red dress, a pink, more casual? Do I wear makeup? Okay, you're going to ask yourself thousands of questions to have the perfect dates. Okay, for a girl, it's something. The first date can tell a lot. Okay, when they say the first impression is important, here is the situation where you can apply that. So, example, if the person is really late at your first date, don't expect this person to be valuable when you're going to meet. Okay. The first time it can happen. Okay. If I'm not too rough, okay, I'm going to. Okay, but you need to give me a reason, and it's better to be a good one. What else can you know on a first date? Uh, how he or she act in front of their personal circle. If the person is acting differently, maybe it's an act. If he doesn't want you to meet them, that's a fact that is controlling yourself. Yes, it's not a good reason. Okay, if this person wants to date you, they shouldn't be ashamed of you. So if you're going on a date and you're going to watch a movie at the theater, maybe you will meet some people at your age, or maybe not, or from your school or a different school, or you can meet a lot of people when you're going to the movie theater. Mhm. So if this person doesn't feel comfortable, okay, showing with you, okay, showing himself with you by his or her side, it's not a good sign. Okay, when he wants to keep that secret, it's not a good sign. When he doesn't want to present you to his parents, if at the beginning, okay, don't worry, okay, take your time, okay, analyze yourself, analyze him, analyze her, okay, try, okay, but okay, be sure to present a person that you have really good feelings for to your parents. And if you're dating since a couple of months and he doesn't say his feeling when he's with him or her, okay, I'm going to use it. Mhm. Just wait. Maybe it's a sign, okay, that uh, there's something wrong with the situation. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to tell you when you're dating, make sure that you know you have the same definition of a relationship or dating. Okay, you must specify, okay, after a couple of dates. Okay, not the first date. Okay, oh, you're going to marry me? No, 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 no. Okay, but just wait a few dates and then, okay, consider having your first real talk, okay, with your person that you have in your life now. Have the same definition of dating. Okay, if this person is saying, for example, I don't want nothing serious, I just playing around for the moment, I'm too young to settle down with only one person, or I'm moving to a different college in a different states or province here in Quebec, Canada. Sorry. Um, Maybe it's a good sign that, okay, you will do what he said. Mhm. If it's only a one-way relationship, it shouldn't last very long. So, um, in my second video, I was talking about dating, and if I just wait, if I have it near me, where is my video? But I'm not going to show it because last time, whoa, Last time I was doing a lively. I was showing my own video and they blocked me. I don't know. They said that I was showing my not my material, but it was mine. So I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. And in a few moments, I will have to pause because I need to go to the bathroom. So wait for me. I will be. I, I will go to the bathroom. Won't be long. Yeah. I'm coming, I'm coming. Wow. I'm back. I had to find my little snack. So at 11, I'm going to stop because I will done almost my 2 hour that I didn't make last time. By the way, it's vanilla-less flavor. But don't date anyone until you're sure that this person is okay for you. And I'm talking about that because I know that a lot of people are looking for love on the internet and they are meeting with strangers, and a lot of story happen when you don't do your research first. Your parents don't want to control you when they want to see or meet the person first before you start dating. If you have their acknowledgement, it will be a big first yes for you. Okay. If they approve that way, but it doesn't mean that he is good. Okay, but if they approved, they have to do their research too. But if it is just flirting, don't, if you know that it won't be serious, don't, yeah, I'm still eating. Don't use that person or don't choose. This is the right word I was looking for. Don't choose a person that you feel is not giving you the best, and a person who doesn't have any feeling for you for a first sexual experience. First of all, you shouldn't consent to have sex with anyone that you don't want to. This is your right as a man or a woman. But if you and your partner know each other since a couple of dates, to go for, you're going to have at a certain point a discussion about what it will be. Because the best memory you can have with someone that you love and it's for you the first time, maybe both of you will have to live the same experience for the first time. Choose the right person and don't do it because you want it to be over it. Okay. Once you will have done it, you will say, okay, it's over now. I can, we are serious. Or he is really in love with me, even though he doesn't show it because he wants to make love with me. So I'm pretty sure that he has feeling for me. So if he has feelings for me and I have feeling for him too, okay, this is the right thing to do. If it is the right person, plan it. Plan the day. You can do a kind of game. Just imagine a very intimate moment that we could have in the future. And you start in your head your little scenario. While you're doing your scenario, this is the place where you can ask questions and also to see if your personal values will be a match with the other person. If you plan it, it won't be a surprise at a party when you will be drunk or she will be drunk. Yeah, and okay, let's do this right away. Okay, plan it. Take a hotel room. Okay, but a safe place is recommended, if I may say. Uh, yeah, I'm not going further because it's only about dating that I'm going to talk. And I hope that you learn a little bit about anorexia and dating as a teen. I'm happy that I can do a direct or live session on my YouTube channel too. So, yay! Next week, I'm going to talk about what is the subject that I picked. I think it will be, oh yeah, your online reputation. So, how to protect your online rep will be the title of my next educational video. So I'm going to talk about your privacy on the internet. That is very important to know. Really good information in the video. I'm going to post on Thursday. So 24th. It will be me posting my video, French and English version of the topic that I'm going to talk about on my live session that will be held on Fridays. I will normally post on my Facebook page if the schedule is still on. But like I said, the two last previous tried was a good learning experience, to see if I was having a lot of patience. Yeah, a lot of patience. My name is Manzhee. This is my artist name. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Tumblr, Snapchat. I have my personal website. It's not officially finished, but it's beginning. What do I do in my life? First, my first job is to be a teacher. I teach in secondary 5. So grade 12 for English school. Has something in my eye. But even though I was a teacher, my passion was not that, and I didn't want to become a teacher, but my parents told me to do so. And no choices. It's a long story, but I wasn't able to choose my personal job for the future. I wanted to be a comedian. Okay, my forte is in comedy. I've also a great visual for doing photos. So I like to work with photos, and I have a studio here to film my comedy, my singing, because I'm a singer too. Thank you for the arts. We are so nice. So I sing, I can dance, I can act, I can do musical play, I can teach, I can talk about a lot of subject because I have a lot of experiences, and you have no idea. So the Manzhee Show is open finally. I have a first live video, and I hope that you will be here next week. The French version or the French live session will be at 6:30. It will last an hour, and then I will start my English live session. It's on Friday, so next week it will be the 25th. So I'm very happy to be back. I really hope that you will have a great weekend. Here in Canada, Quebec, I live in the north, so it's cold. It's already cold. I already started to do fireplaces, so it's not it's not hot anymore. Autumn is really here. Don't forget to go to my TikTok and like my video or write me comments. I will be very happy to respond you if you ask me a question. What else? It hurts so much. I don't know. Sorry. So I hope that you have liked it. Oh yeah, I can play also instruments. I can play the piano. I can play the guitar. Um, I can play with my machine. The machine, it's a simple big box that I can create a symphony. Okay, with it, but it's a little bit harder than I thought. So I'm still learning to use it. But yes. That was it about my anorexia and dating topics. I hope that you enjoyed it. See you next time. Love you very much. Take care of yourself. Choose healthy choices for both of my subject. Go check them, subscribe. It will help me a lot to get to be known first and to be able to have associate or people who wants to collaborate with me. It could be very interesting. I'm really hoping to collaborate with people who wants to join me in my craziness. That is my YouTube channel that I'm focusing on, and my TikTok also. So please, if you are a TikTok fan already of my profile, just click the button subscribe on my YouTube channel. That way I will be able to be more, I will be able to influence more. It's another platform. It's very different, but yeah. And if you are going to my playlist, yeah, if you are going to my playlist in my YouTube page, you are going to see different playlist. So take a look at it. Yeah, you will see that there are plenty of surprises that could make a smile on your face for at least a period of time. That is my goal. I want to make people laugh. And yeah, I want to make people laugh. That's one of my goals. So we'll see you next Friday, 6:30 French, 7:30 English. Mwah.